Hello and welcome back to Lord of Heroes News on Nyris Gaming, where I read the game news so you don't have to. We have our update details coming this Thursday. Let's get into them. As stated, the update coming is on March 23rd, this Thursday. Nightmare difficulty will be getting added, Part 1. This will be going from the starting point all the way through Varia. Gonna be honest, this guy right here kind of looks like Robin from Fire Emblem Awakening a little bit. Kind of got the same hair color and style and outfit. Next thing coming, of course, is 7-star promotion. We'll be able to go past level 60 at this point. It's going to require those new 4-star Augates, and it's going to probably take thousands of elixirs, but this will open up some even higher stats for every hero in the game. The Glacier of Oblivion raid will be added. This is going to be a multi-stage raid with more precision tuning of your character's actions within the raid. You're going to be able to select 7 characters. In order to do this, you're going to have to complete War of the Tyrants Day 31, 11, 21. And the raid is going to be above the Calamity's Cradle. Here is a preview of the menu. It looks like there's going to be different statuses applied to each stage, such as all allies and enemies have locked speed, so you can build around that. The boss enemy is going to be the Wendigo from War of the Tyrants. Here is a preview of the selection screen with your 7 heroes, including your commander ability over here. Another teaser for later. Also, like the Colosseum, there's going to be bonuses applied to heroes each rotation, which I believe is every 2 weeks. So this will help you decide on who to use as well. You cannot choose a formation. You can choose up to 7 heroes. Bonus heroes and raid rules will change every season. Adding bonus heroes to your lineup will increase the chances of attaining additional rewards after the battle. The chances will increase per specified hero. Monsters that appear in the Glacier of Oblivion, raid rules, and bonus heroes change every 2 weeks. Here is a preview of the setup page for specific actions. You can adjust skill usage, enemy targets, and standing allied targets. Much like everything else, the different elements are going to have different skills. You cannot skip ticket this. You cannot use 5 times during the cutscenes, but you can use 5 times mode during the battle itself. First season of this lasts until April 9th, Sunday. A new skill is going to be added. I don't really understand it entirely. Maybe it happened in War of the Tyrants and I just haven't encountered it yet. It's Empowerment. This skill has a stronger effect than others. Cooldown of this type of skills resets when a monster is hit by a crowd control skill. Cooldowns of the skills are displayed above the monster. I guess this is associated with a buff or something because it doesn't really specify what it does. I guess we'll have to look into that more on update day. As stated previously, new Mystic equipment will be added, and Shock and Leech will be added to this category as well. Mystic grade equipment will be able to be used by every hero, regardless of class. First new set is Zeal. Looks really pretty. Grants a 22% chance to gain an extra turn at the end of each turn. The chance to gain an additional turn reduces when additional turns are gained consecutively, so you're not going to get a 22% chance over and over again. This is a 4-item set, so this is going to be hefty to work in, and it's going to be interesting speculating who would be best to make use of this, because you're sacrificing upwards of 2 set bonuses worth for things like Striker's Pierce bonus. So will the damage trade-off be worth the 22% chance of an extra turn? That will have to be experimented with. Berserk increases attack power by 200%, which is a hefty amount. However, it grants the user a Wither debuff, I would imagine constantly, which means they cannot be healed. And also, every time they attack, their health is reduced by 30%. And this health reduction ignores shields and fortitude effects. And this is a 4-item set. So you get a hefty amount of attack, but unless you go invincible, I guess, you kill yourself in 4 attacks. And there's nothing you can do about it. So I guess this would be optimal for quick clearing story stages. But for drawn out boss battles, this kind of feels useless, have to say. Blessing. This is a 2-item set. Grants invincible and immune at the start of a round for 1 turn. This effect does not stack. So you come out of the gate immediately invincible immune. Only problem is it only lasts for 1 turn, but the benefit is it's only a 2-piece set. So you could run this on things like clerics who need 2-piece sets beyond their 4-piece healer set. You could also flex this for options in a striker set to swap out 1 pierce set for an immune and invincible for the first turn. Only problem is if they take their turn, then it's gone. If they take their turn before the enemy, then it renders the set useless. so more experimentation is needed. As stated before, Dark Buryu, our new Dark Commander. I was made aware in the previous video that it stated blatantly that he was a commander added to the pool. He is quite good from what I've seen. He's not going to be offered for free, but he is free to play in the summon system. And given how things are going with that, and we're starting to actually get reruns on a decently regular basis, I feel a bit better about that system. Also, 5-star Lyrae Water. She is a water sniper. She seems a bit niche to me, but we'll get into that later. It's going to be a rerun of the Avillon Knights outfits from March 23rd to June 1st. We're going to have a Wandering Heroes rerun and recruitment fee discount coming from March 23rd to April 3rd. So about a week. Gonna have constant reruns every day of paid heroes and cheaper free-to-play heroes. If you'll want to look at what's upcoming, you can pause the video here. All in all, there's going to be 12 reruns of paid heroes and 12 discounted free-to-play heroes. As stated before, Dark Buryu is going to be a featured summon. He's going to be available to pick up from March 23rd to June 1st, and he's going to come with his own relics. And you're also going to be able to recruit these summonable heroes from this pool as well. Given he's from the mainline store, he does not come with the War of the Tyrants heroes. However, we're going to mention something about that later. We're getting a rerun on Mystic Awakener Fire Lyn from March 23rd to June 1st. She's going to come alongside these heroes again, not the War of the Tyrants heroes. We're also going to be getting a rerun of Water Dragon Knight Helga, one of the best DPS characters in the game. Definitely a worthy pickup. Her banner is going to be running from April 1st to June 1st, and she is going to come alongside the War of the Tyrants heroes like Earth Ondel, Dark Brandon, and Light Sifrid, but she's going to have a higher rate up like any of the other featured. Water Lyrae is going to be part of a charity event again. The only problem with this is it's another invite new people event or returning people. So if you already ran out of people to invite last time, do it again. I'm a little annoyed at this because I didn't have anyone to invite in the first place, but I guess I'll input my invite code when the event starts. It's going to require less points than before. The only problem with this is if you have no one to invite, then you have to make a bunch of alternate accounts and go through tedious busy work of, I believe it takes 5 new players to get enough points to get her. So it's just a little bit annoying. The whole charity thing is fine. Just the way they're going about it is detrimental to people that don't have mass amounts of people they can invite to new games on a whim. We'll make do with what we can. The event is going to be going from update day the 23rd to June 23rd. So you have a good 3 months to pull it off at least. And the requirement for new lords / players / new accounts is reach Lord level 7 and recruit Lyrae. They will get her themselves as soon as they hit Lord level 7. I don't remember exactly how much effort reaching level 7 requires. There's going to be an Alliance daily check-in. So you'll have to be in an alliance for this, which is not all that hard. And if you want to join ours, the Anurian Alliance, we have openings. This is going to be going from update day the 23rd to April 22nd. And it's going to be like Earth Joshua's recruitment. Before, Earth Mikhail was just a login and receive reward. This time he's going to be the tea event again. So you'll be getting tea daily, and you'll be getting it from expeditions from your alliance members. You'll have to increase his trust level by providing it to him, and then once you feel confident enough, you can make an offer for him to join you. The higher his trust level, the more likely he will join. If you already have him, you will be given 1,000 crystals instead, and giving him the tea will also give you a little bit of rewards along the way as well. If you max out his trust level, you will get this special little accessory of him having his bread stolen by a bird. As we saw before, from March 23rd to June 23rd, if you log in for 7 days, you will be getting a total of 100 contract summon tickets. These are only usable on the contract summon banner, of course, but getting a full 100 pull is quite hefty and immensely generous, so be sure to log in and get those. On to normal events. Paid to upgrade from this Thursday to March 26th. Obelisk Ascension from the 23rd to the 26th. Add gifts for Temporal Threads from the 31st to May 1st. Buy for Victory from April 2nd to April 17th. Daily Battle Training from April 2nd to April 17th. Reruns on paid heroes. Water Lyn, an amazing warrior, very effective at what she does, coming back as a $38 package. She will be available from March 23rd to June 1st. Water Joshua, another amazing sniper and action gauge booster, $38 as well, for the same period from March 23rd to June 1st. Going to be getting 3rd anniversary special packages. The first one is free, so you can just pop into the store and accept that. 100 crystals, 100 link stones, 300,000 gold, 40 temporal threads, 30 elixirs of insight, and 5 times 3,000 energy. These will be available from the 23rd to April 23rd. As with all story mode stuff, there's going to be a pass you can get the free track for, or this one, pay $23 to get the premium stuff. Looks like there's going to be a lot of energy, some skip tickets, mystic soul stones, those new 4-star augates, and more to be seen right here, in fact. You can check a look at that and pause the video. The first time bonus on the link stones in the store is going to be reset, so if you're looking to purchase some of them, you will be getting double for your first time purchasing them again. Alchemy banners, we're going to have Dark Buryu Commander. These are all going to be from March 23rd to June 1st. Fireland Sniper, Water Dragon Knight Helga Striker, Waterland Warrior, Water Joshua Sniper, Water Lyrai Sniper, Earth Mikhail Striker, and Fire Vanessa Cleric. Lots of options for alchemy banners. Now that we've dealt with the bulk of the update details, let's look at our 2 new heroes coming in the update. First, we're going to be looking at our new Water Sniper Lyrai for the charity event. And now that level 70 is a thing, they've started putting level 1 and level 70 stats. I kind of wish they would put level 1, level 60, and level 70, given 70 is going to be a bit of a stretch for a lot of people for a bit, I would imagine. However, looking at this, she has quite hefty attack for a sniper, pretty decent health. With Ascension, she's probably going to easily bump over 1600 attack. Decent defense as well. All around pretty solid base stats. A little bit of walls of text here, but they can be summarized. Her 1 burst gauge by 108, attack selected enemy, increases the critical hit damage of the user and the ally with the highest attack power for 1 turn, and has a 50% chance to trigger Blitz. This is going to be pocket boosting your other DPS on the team, given she's supposedly going to be built more DPS heavy herself with that high attack. I would imagine mostly attack and maybe a health or 2, and some speed. So not only can she deal out some damage herself, but she can fuel your burst gauge for your main DPS. Her 2 cooldown 3 turns, an amazing starting cooldown, on top of the fact that it can be blitzed by her 1, fills burst gauge by 156, attacks all enemies. Each ally has a 70% chance to increase their speed for 2 turns. Additionally, grants the user a divine luck buff for 2 turns that provides a 15% chance to gain an extra turn. Up to 3 turns can be gained this way. Kind of low chance on that, but it's amazing if it does happen, as experienced on characters like Dark Astrid. The 70% chance to increase allies' speed for 2 turns hopefully gets up to more the 100% range with levels, and it's this one right here that makes her feel like a niche pick for a certain character that I'm thinking. I feel like she's designed specifically to be a support for Water Walter, because he scales on speed with all of his abilities. This will give him even more crit damage from her 1, and she's water herself, so she fits perfectly in an anti-fire enemy team. Her burst, spirit cost 3, good starting spirit cost, attacks all enemies. Each ally has a 90% chance to remove 2 of the most recent debuffs applied to them. Already hitting a high chance on that. I would imagine gets to 100% with levels, hopefully. So she can debuff Purge as well if she's put in a burst slot, or is using her burst in story modes and such. Her stat passive is going to be health. This will help her with her health stat innately if you increase this, so you can lean heavier into her attack, or maybe only run 1 health. Her elemental ability is a little weird. Decreases damage from water elemental enemies. You would think this would be fire elemental enemies, as is the usual, but like Light Sulfate gains damage against light enemies, weirdly. This breaks the mold a little bit. Next is Dark Buryu. Here are his level 1 and level 70 stats. The other 3 commanders have all been more on the defensive buffer side. Dark Buryu is leaning kinda heavier into the DPS side based on his abilities and stats, and I know some of you were hoping for that because Dark DPSs are kinda lacking at the moment, apart from Dark Astrid. He has hefty health at level 70 at 14k, pretty decent attack at 1381, which will probably be in the more 1450, 1500 range at Ascension 2. Nearly 1200 defense at max. His 1 attacks the selected enemy, 50% chance to inflict petrification and silence for 1 turn. I would imagine that'll go up with levels, hopefully, because 50 is terrible. It is 2 debuffs, but 50 is still kind of garbage, especially for a single target ability. So levels will hopefully help with that. We shall see on update day. It's also nice to see more petrification in the playable characters, because currently Unfortunately, the only one that can do that is Dark Durahan, and I was actually speculating with the changes they made to Dark Durahan that they might add another petrification character to help support him, and here we are. And he's dark, so running a dark team with Dark Durahan and Buryu sounds a bit viable now. His 3-turn cooldown. Again, amazing starting out. Burst gauge by 156, attacks all enemies, increases attack by 30%, stacks up to 3 times, deals 10% more damage for every debuff on the enemy. So innately, stacking attack also leans more to the theory that he is a DPS. Also, this being on his 2 is probably going to be more accessible than his 1, given if he is in a burst slot in, say, like the Alliance raid, I find often that the character's 1s, especially with a Waterlin on the team, almost never happen. The 2s and the 3s happen all the time, so if this is on his 2, this is going to stack up quite nicely. His burst, spare cost 3, hopefully that gets down to a 2, that would be amazing. Attacks the selected enemy, deals up to 5 times additional damage depending on the enemy's maximum health. We've got max health damage, very DPS centered. Additionally, grants the user reflect for 1 turn. While reflect is active, the user will reflect all negative effects to the attacker. Again, being more DPS oriented, his stat ability is attack power and his elemental ability is damage against light. And being a commander, he has a commander ability. This is the first one outside of the Calamity's Cradle, the Alliance raid. His will apply in the new raid, the Glacier of Oblivion, and upon attacking there, which is all of his abilities, he has a 50% chance to increase the defense of each ally by 10%, stacking up to 3 times. So in a raid, that is fantastic because the raids go for a while and there aren't usually new phases. There's going to be different stages for this one, but still 1 fight per stage, I believe. And this is nice because this is a new stacking ability. So far, all we have is attack and crit damage, I believe, but stacking defense is a new feature, so that's fun to see. So not only is he going to be doing, I would imagine, hefty damage, but also protecting the team at the same time in this raid. Every turn he takes, he's going to be getting the chance to up every ally's defense. And since this is a separate buff, this will apply on top of defense up abilities and damage reduction abilities. So you can make your team quite durable. And that is going to do it for Lord of Heroes news today. Quite a lot coming up. It's wonderful after that dry spell we had for a while. So I will see y'all on update day.